Okay, so now this will be a video on how I buy options. Right now, I'm only looking at buying an option, a purchased position, a position that is something that I spend money on and that I would sell for a higher price. I want to buy it for a low price and sell it for a higher price. So let's look at how I tend to buy options, because I do not buy them as single options. I usually buy them with a partner. So I buy one and sell one at the same time. I'll tell you the premise real quick. I will buy one that's more expensive and sell one that's less expensive, which essentially allows me to finance that one that's more expensive. So let's look at it in application. If I'm buying a trade, buying an option, I always buy it with a whole bunch of time attached to it, because I usually use this strategy if I'm not going to be able to pay attention to it as much. I sell more than I buy, but I do buy options as well. And no, I'm not saying that I would buy one in AMC. It just so happened that this was the ticker symbol that I was looking up. So remember, if I'm buying something, I got to go with the asking price column. So let's click on this one here, 100. Actually, let's get a little closer to where the stock is trading at. I'm going to buy one that's $50. If I wanted to buy this by itself, look at how much money that costs. $2,360. That's a lot of money, right? What if I don't want to spend that much money, even if I have it? What if I don't want to spend that much money? I'm going to go to the bid column, which is the sell, the bidders, remember? The bidders for a 60 strike. Remember, the lower the strike is on a call, the more expensive it is, and the higher the strike is on a put, the more expensive it is. But we're only talking about the call right now. I'm going to buy the 50 and sell the 60. There's a 10-point difference between the two of these. So that means that the maximum, if these two are paired together, if these two strikes are paired together, the maximum that they could be worth, is $1,000. And the reason is because it's a $10 difference between the two. And what's 10 times 100? There you go. So look, it cost me $253 to purchase this versus that $2,345 that they were asking for. And that's because I financed something against it. So let's look at the maximum profit. Remember how I said the maximum that the position could be worth is $1,000? I think I said $1,000. I hope I did, because I'm trying to do this in one take. But anyway, $1,000 minus $253 that I paid for it puts me at a maximum profit of $747. Okay, of course, $253, that's the most that I could lose because it's a bought position. It's a debit, something that I paid for. And because this is a call that's a debited position, I will benefit when the stock price goes up. Now, this is pretty cheap, right? To be able to finance something like this. The profit isn't all that high. And here's the other thing. The further the expiration that you choose, you don't get quite as much bang for your buck, but your position is a lot safer. The further the expiration you choose, your position's a lot safer, but you don't get quite as much bang for your buck. And here's the thing. When I do something like this, because I don't get as much bang for my buck, here's what I do. I will increase the quantity of contracts that I'm purchasing so that I don't have to wait for a really large move in the stock price in order for me to make whatever dollar amount. Because if I'm doing a trade like this, I may not be caring so much about the percentage goal. But for something like this, if I'm going to throw on 10 of them, then I'm going to be looking at trying to hit a specific dollar amount within a short period of time. I'm just looking for a small move and giving myself a lot of time for that move to materialize in my favor. In this case, I would want it to go up. Okay, now let's do the same thing on the put side. Let's get rid of these two. Show you how it looks on the put side. Remember, we got to go to the ask column. the asking price. Oh, sorry. Boom. Is the asking price. Let's use the 45. Okay, so look, there's only $5 difference between these two. The most that this could be worth is $500. $500 is the most that this could be worth, and that's why our max profit is only $147, because we're already paying $353. That's the max that we could lose, because that's what we paid for it. Excuse me. All right, so let's go back. And let's see. I'm basically financing. I wanted to show you how much the contract would have cost if I was just trying to buy it singular, because I didn't touch on that. But it's $2,200 minus the $1,800 for this particular trade. Buy one, sell one. Buy the more expensive one, sell the less expensive one. And I know that looks crazy. It's going to show that this is you have a negative quantity when you get to your positions tab, when it's showing the position. This is what's called a vertical debit put spread. The first example that we showed was a vertical debit call spread. Okay, both of them are debits. We spend money trying to buy it at a low price, trying to sell it at a higher price. And remember, this trade benefits when the stock price goes up, but it loses value every single day. In order to be able to put this trade on, you may have to talk to your broker about getting what is it called with each broker? Well, for a fact, every broker is going to tell you that you need margin added to your account, margin capabilities added to your account. It's an application usually for each broker that you have to go through. And not only that, some of them may have a dollar amount requirement, usually around $2,000, just for them to excuse me, sorry, I keep yawning. Just for them to allow you to put this position on, you may need at least $2,000 in your account. And remember, if you have at least $2,000 in your account, you're also going to need a certain amount of money to trade with. So you're going to need a little bit more than $2,000, or else if a position moves against you and it drops below your broker's $2,000 threshold, then you may put yourself in a position where you have to deposit more money in order to be able to continue to trade or take withdrawals as often as you would like to. Okay. So, yeah, that's how I tend to buy my call options. I buy them with enough time for the trade to move in my favor, and so that the decay, the fact that I'm losing money each day because of the fact that my coupon is expiring, my more expensive coupon, which is the 45. This is the put, so the 50 put. So that one is losing value every day. So I try and buy a far out expiration to counter that and slow that time decay down. Okay, this video is long enough, so I hope this helps somebody. But this is how I'm able to trade small and trade often. And it's because I finance just about every position that I get. And I don't buy trades all the time. In the next video, I'll show you guys how I sell options and what I do to limit my risk. I define my risk to a very specific number. All right, guys, I hope this helps somebody. Thanks. Bye.